symbolizes.
I had never in life heard of an eye stroke. It's formally termed a retinal vein occlusion. I had just randomly gone up the street to Smyrna Eye Center because I had not had an eye exam since I had moved back to Georgia. And I was actually being seen not by the optometrist, but by the ophthalmologist. And as I was in her chair, I was having an eye stroke. She showed me the picture, and I saw all of this blood on the picture, and she got me out of there and got me over to North Side to the retina specialist. And I've been going there ever since. I had been having stabbing pains in my eyes, but I dismissed it as old age or just one of the things that happened as you matured. No, I was having a stroke and did not know it. So once a month, matter of fact, tomorrow, I will be going back to the retina specialist and getting a shot in my eye. And that is not something that I like or enjoy, but I did lose some of my sight. I did experience vision loss. And the purpose of these injections is to help me maintain or perhaps restore some of my vision. Being African American, most Black people as a whole have high blood pressure, diabetes, heart condition. And my family was no different. My grandmother, who raised me, had open heart surgery at one point. She had had a heart attack. She was not diabetic, but my mother, her daughter, my mother was diabetic. My grandmother had high blood pressure. My mother had high blood pressure. Cancer, I left that out. My biological father died of colorectal cancer. And I don't know what it was because he was vegetarian ever since I knew him. But he died of colorectal cancer. So, there's just one common thing that Black folks share when it comes to health, and it's those items that I mentioned. I would say to any woman, African-American woman, young or old, to give intense care and attention to your body. If you feel something, don't do like I did and pass it off. Address it immediately. I would also suggest that they look into what works well, what brings their numbers right, what brings their blood pressure right, what brings their diabetes under control. Just self-care would be what I would recommend. Just really self-care. I can't see that well, and my vision is poor, not just in my right eye where I had the stroke, but in my left eye as well. Now, my vision is poor because I am diabetic. My vision is poor because of high blood pressure. I might add that when the doctor saw me having the stroke and I was in her chair, I said, "What is causing this? Why am I having this stroke?" She says, there are a lot of theories. She said, but I'm going to tell you, it's 100% because of high blood pressure. That's what she told me. And I try to keep my blood pressure under control and thought that I did, but no, I didn't. The first thing that I've learned, because I've always been a go-getter and nothing can stop me, I learned I'm not invincible. That's the first thing I learned. And I paused for a minute and I said, is this really happening to me? Of all people. So that's my primary takeaway. I'm not invincible and I need to see about me. The eye stroke was an eye opener. No, I'm not invincible, but it has caused me to take a closer look and be more caring for myself and more aware. That has to be, gratitude has to be one of the things. I am so appreciative at this stage because I've seen so many young and old who've left here. I'm appreciative for life. If I had to go back when my joints hurt a little less in my younger years, or, when I could run a little faster than I can run now, would I trade? Would I go? Never. What I have acquired is only what I could acquire over time. Yes, I am grateful. I'm happy with life. If I left here tomorrow, I would have missed nothing. If I had to do an image, the image would be a lotus flower. And the reason it would be is because all of my early life, by me not knowing so many things about life, I was wallowing in muck and mire. But out of muck and mire, as you're aware, a lotus flower rises, and a lotus flower is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And I would say that underneath me at this stage of my life is the muck and mire. But I am now a lotus flower.